We here at the Game & Saloon Rift Tracks always support any and all that are involved in the creation and distribution of any show we feature, and will encourage any of those watching to support the official release. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you pre-recorded from our internet couch, this is the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks for February 6, 2016. With your host, Spaceburger2448.
Ramp it up, Salon.
And Tommy Gun 2442!
Yes, Clock is back from the void once more.
I don't have to say and.
Yeah.
So did you finally find the light? Because you were in the dark for the longest, Clock.
Yeah.
I was legit, like, there was a time period when you wouldn't have wanted me back, even if I wanted to come back, because I was just so freaking angry.
I can have a funny feeling that it was somewhere within that, 2-month rough period that you either were not here or weren't mentally here.
I was like, look, have you been back since I've started at college? Or restarted at college?
I'm not sure.
Because I don't think you have, because, by the way, I'm in my dorm room right now. At the university I'm at.
And I love the fact that you can't really hear the difference in the acoustics anymore.
Even though I'm in a solid brick room right now.
It's funny though, the first time I could hear it plain as day.
Yeah.
Ever since, no. I don't know if it was just something that worked itself out or what, but it's weird.
Yeah.
I can't find my phone. That's not good.
Well, then call it.
Well.
Oh wait, you can't find your phone.
I found my phone.
Oh.
Bravo.
Only you can lose your own phone.
So yes, Glock, you probably might need a little bit of catch up on Go Busters, because yeah, we're at let's see, 27, 28 right now.
By the way, the thing I said before we even started recording is still messing with you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna stick with me forever now. But here's the thing: people were making that joke when Ghostbusters was first coming out. Somebody legitimately did a Ghostbusters logo with Red Buster in it instead of the ghost. So that is the thing. Hell, I think the original rumors for Ghostbusters did involve ghostbusting. The original rumors for Ghostbusters that have nothing to do with the current Ghostbusters, but still.
You brought that up with us one day. I remember that.
Yeah.
I think it was actually like early this season.
Yeah, it was. It was really early this season.
I'm wanting to say episode 1, but it might not have been.
I might have brought it up when I was first introducing Ghostbusters, but yeah. See, it still works because there's even more to it that you're not aware of because you weren't a part of the build to Ghostbusters. That I'm fully aware of.
Speaking of Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters. I love how he knows where I'm going with it, so he's just like, I quit.
I'd say, what are you doing?
We both know what he's doing. Because he's already done it before we started recording.
I was just going to enlighten everyone on the fact that we're all going to die on Valentine's Day. Ghostbusters 2 has foreseen the future. We shall die because the world shall end on Valentine's Day this year.
It won't be this year.
We like I said before, we didn't get crap from Back to the Future. We're not gonna get crap from Ghostbusters. So, anyway, before we get to the 2 episodes, and I might have to catch Glock up on what the fuck's going on, or just explain as we go, because might as well. The dynamic has not changed up that much.
Yeah, because you were here for beating Stagbuster, weren't you? Awkward silence.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm here, sorry.
I was only speaking to you.
What did you say?
Beating Stagbuster, you were here for their introduction, right?
Is that weird dude?
The Buddy Roid that's a Go Buster.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Buddy Roid that wants to be.
Yeah, you remember
Yep.
who they are anyhow.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep,
so then we're not that far off.
Stuff. Yeah.
I didn't think
It's just
we were
we
that
haven't-
far out, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing that's new is that we have a new avatar from Messiah called Escape, who is a chick who kind of sounds crazy all the time.
What do you
Because she
mean
kind of
sounds crazy?
is.
Yeah.
What do you mean kinda is?
You know that very classic witch laugh?
Yeah.
She's got that one down to a T.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we need somebody to pester Enter all the time.
Yeah, because the Go Busters weren't doing that enough.
Yep.
That's literally what that boils down to. They needed someone that wouldn't be an antagonistic threat just to mess with him.
Yep. But yeah, before we get on to that, anything interesting that anyone's been watching at all?
Turtles.
Like, I'm sure you got a list in a fucking half. Yeah, well, yeah.
I made the
But a big
comment on the SWTOR episode that actually would have went out yesterday, not for us.
Mhm.
I'm talking as the recording. So, yeah. I've actually watched some of season 3.
Ooh.
I think I'm 6 or 7 episodes in. I don't remember.
So you're into the trog through waiting out in the farmhouse for something?
Yeah. You know the big thing that I can't get over right now?
What?
The change in voice actors for Leo.
Oh yeah, that's when they changed out voice actors for Leo.
Actually,
Just
no.
out of nowhere.
Actually, no. I didn't realize it until I started digging more. The change actually happened close to the end of season 2. This is another change.
Yeah. Yeah, they swapped out voices for Leonardo, which is... It takes a while to get used to, but like at this point, I've just like, oh yeah, that's Leo. And I've just completely forgotten how the other Leo sounded.
I'm kind of getting there, but it's like, I just can't overcome that hurdle right yet. But
Yeah, but
I don't know. I feel like they're still written as good for this. Like, I don't feel the quality of the writings down. I just have questions on why they went certain routes with things. Because, like, okay, we've seen the first 2 episodes where Leo's the fearless leader, and then he's having doubts about him recovering. It's like, what? That does, but that don't quite fit. It's just one of those. It's like, I can understand why they did this, but it's like that don't fit the character either. It's kind of that.
I think the main reason... Oh,
Go ahead.
I was about to say, I think the main reason behind that is Leo being injured is the main, and to be honest, the only reason they stay at the farmhouse. Because there's honestly no reason for them to stay there if Leo isn't healthy.
Yeah.
So as long as he's hurt and not at full strength, they can't leave. Which is a problem.
Yeah.
Because they stay around there way too long. And have a fuck ton of filler episodes before we finally get back to the city and actually start dealing with the plot.
But to that I also kind of wonder. We know towards the end of season 2 that a complete year had passed throughout that season.
Mm-hmm.
We really, outside of the first episode where they made the comment about it had been 3 months since all of that at the end of season 2 happened, we really don't have any grasp of time frame from that point. So for all we know, this could have happened within a month.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's filler, but at the same time, maybe it's the good kind of filler.
Depends on the episode.
Yeah.
Some episodes I can take, some episodes I can give back.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that vibe.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it takes forever to get out of the farmhouse and back to the main plot. And then you're essentially back on track with what should be the main plot of the show. And then eventually, by the time you get to the season I'm at, April becomes a lot more useful.
Yeah, it was after that you were saying about that, it's like, I'm seeing that more and more and more, and it's like, huh, yeah, they really do railroad her hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because, even now, she's got some knowledge under her belt, but every time she tries to do anything, she's immediately knocked out, or captured, or taken somewhere, and it's like, really?
The problem is I don't think they've ever really quite defined her abilities because of all of her psychic abilities. So she's kind of this walking potential solution to any and all problems they could face. So we kind of have to keep her in the box. Because if we don't, we run the risk of having all the questions of why doesn't April just solve all of our problems? And for a show whose primary demographic is probably male kids, that's a problem.
But at the same time, she should not be the walking plot convenience. And I feel like at several times throughout all 3 seasons that I've seen so far, that's all she is. She's walking plot convenience. It's like, how are we going to get out of this mess? Plot, convenience, insert. It's like,
Yeah. Don't worry. I feel like this season finally has a grasp on what they want to do with April. I think mostly because they finally have someone who's a good guy that can actually go, okay, you have psychic powers, I can teach you how to use psychic powers good. So, yeah, and also, this season has... Well, I don't know if it's technically this season. Well, at least this arc that I'm on has the biggest stakes the show will ever have. Ever. There is no way they can top the stakes of this show. Or stakes of this arc.
Huh.
Yeah. And trust me, you might not see the transition to this arc coming. Because you won't believe they'll actually go for it. And they do. Because trust me, what they go for is a huge risk. And it's just like, nah, they're not gonna do that. And then, second by second, you start to go, they're gonna do it. They're pulling the trigger. Oh shit, they just pulled the trigger. They can't go back. There's no going back. Oh, fuck. Well, we're not going back now. And now, personally speaking, because of how this arc is set up, I have a question of where do we go from here because of how this arc works.
So it's one of those kind of deals.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what the end game is now. Because I can see part of the end game, but I'm like, I don't know the other half because of how we got here. Because that throws in a lot of questions that I'm not sure if the show's ready to answer. But yeah, Turtles is good. I've got episodes backed up that I need to watch, so I'm not caught up to current episodes on that. And for those wondering, yes, I've been watching the show like weekly since it's come out. I just don't ever mention it because it's just one of the shows that's like, it's pretty good.
Well,
Nothing
and it also
like
kind of
really...
it also kind of falls into the trope of the Nick will play a few episodes here, and then it'll be a while before we play another episode.
Oh god, yeah, they're fucking atrocious scheduling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I guess I might as well go. Arc 5, Arc 5, why? Why do you play this game with us? Okay, next week's episode's called Tragic Reunion. I'm just gonna flat out say that. And I'm gonna spoil this fact for you right now. All 4 U's are in the same location. All 4 dragons are in play. Serena is on site. Yuzu's on her way. And Academia is all over the place. You can see where this goes already. If the episode is called A Tragic Reunion. And I'm like, no. I can't take this. I literally can't take this anymore. You keep playing with my heart with these fucking characters. Oh god. Like we're like bad. Yeah, I'm totally expecting like terrible shit to happen this week. I truly am. I'm just bracing for it. Agent Carter, I think, is one of the best shows I'm watching on TV. Like proper TV, not having to watch fan subs of something. But yeah, I think Agent Carter is like the best show I'm watching right now because it's just really good. Like this past week's episode, like had like really great flashbacks mingled into the episode, so the show really flowed with the flashbacks because it kind of informed us on the character, but also kind of played in the certain scenes. So it gave us a nice like dynamic look at our 2 main characters for the show, Peggy Carter and Whitney Frost, because it kind of showed them kind of being almost the same, but because of the lives they had, they took the very different paths that have now led them into conflict with each other. And it's really cool to see that kind of play out throughout the flashbacks, but you also see the results of those histories for each character playing out in the present. So it really worked. So Agent Carter is really good. It also helps that the cast works on all fronts. Everyone just hits it, and it just works. So yeah, I haven't watched this week's Arrow. Flash is setting up for the really good stuff this week, or was setting up for the really good stuff this week. The really good stuff comes next week, where we finally get to go to Earth 2 and see all the shenanigans that happen there. All the shit we've been teasing. Yeah, we finally get all the payoff on that. Although, I will have to say this. Barry, guys, why are you surprised when he betrayed you, when he outright told Barry he was going to betray him if necessary? Why is no one surprised? Why is everyone surprised by this? I'm not! This should have been only a matter of time because, it's not like he's that friendly to you. Ever. I mean, to be fair, his betrayal, he does kind of regret it, but at the end of the day, if it's his daughter's life or the people he only really just met, his daughter kind of takes priority. And I don't blame him. It's a shitty thing, yes. But this was the gamble we were all playing with this entire time. No one should have... Everyone should have saw this coming.
Fair point.
Like, this was the gamble we were playing with. And look, it almost bit us in the ass. Except his moral compass finally said, yeah, fuck this. And decided to not continue with his plan. Because you know what? If he continued with this plan, none of you would have known until it was too fucking late. So yeah. Legends of Tomorrow is shaping up pretty well. Curious to see how that show's gonna go throughout its miniseries. Trying to remember what else besides the two things we're probably gonna spend like half an hour talking about. Honestly, I think that's pretty much it. I'm not really watching anything else at the moment. So, Surprise Drive we got, or Surprise Future, not Surprise Drive, Surprise Future, not the opening, the movie. We got subs.
If Glock was around, I'd transition this to him, but he's got his mic muted.
Yep.
I'm here. I just figured y'all were still going.
Oh, do you have anything you want to add before me and Tommy spend half an hour talking about Surprise, Future, and Ghosts?
Actually, no. Jeremy, you pretty much hit it, other than Arrow. I watched Arrow. Oh, and Supernatural.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Flash today and Agent Carter today. I didn't have time to watch Flash, though. I probably won't have time till this weekend. So, yeah. Guess we can go on to Surprise Future.
Guess so.
We're kind of wrong on the speculation we had.
About which, exactly?
Well, the future. The future paradox was changing.
Right.
Alright, subs-wise, he said that 80% of what he told Tamari was true. But specifically, his recorded data of Krim being a villain and his identity as Edgy were false. So, that tells us mainly one important thing that was kind of wrong with our speculation. That Krim went bad because of what, Bono did to him. He didn't go bad. But I think hidden in the movie is the clue to what happened to Buckle and who the true bad guy is, especially considering Paradox's motives. It's not Krim that's the big bad guy. It's Bono. Bono took over the future. And he essentially enslaved all the Roidmudes. Or, no, he destroyed all the number Roidmudes and created the blank Roidmudes. And then he took over the world.
Okay.
And Dark Drive?
Okay. The only thing that I'm gonna decide against here is what if perhaps even the part that it was the evil Krim, what if that part was actually right? We know 004 actually was the copy of Krim. It would not be too far-fetched to think that.
Well,
because perhaps that's 004 and no one knows it.
That's very true. And that's probably what Paradox meant. Because he specifically says Krim as a villain was false. For the recorded data.
Right. Which that would still be true.
Yeah.
It would be 004, not Krim.
Right. What I'm thinking is Bono took over the future. And Buckle possibly became Dark Drive.
But see, that could also fuel further into what I was saying too. Yeah. What if that's actually Bono?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of intertwining things there.
What's funny is we spent like so long talking about what is essentially an aborted timeline. Like, that future's not going to come true anymore. Especially considering the end of Drive itself, which pretty much negates everything about that future outside of Edgy being born.
Yeah.
But it's still so interesting to see, like, what could have played out if, like, between Paradox interfering and creating his own new future. Because bear in mind, I don't think Paradox was essentially trying to ensure that future happened. Because if I'm right, if, like, you and I are kind of right in that Bono is kind of the one took over, and Bono is involved, and we know how much the Roid Mutes don't like him at all. Or most of the Roid Mutes. Or, okay, any Roid Mute who's nameable and rememberable. Like, it's very possible that Paradox essentially wanted to say, fuck Bono, because he specifically names Bono in the movie. And says Bono was an evil scientist, which I'm like, that's odd words coming from the man who created you. And that sounds awfully like what Hart calls him. We know Hart doesn't like Bono. So what if 108 doesn't like Bono? That possibly means Bono was the one who essentially took over the world in his future, and he, using Edgy as a means, went back into the past to essentially rewrite time in order for the Roid Mutes to take over. Because he specifically says he wants the Roid Mutes to rule, which is kind of different from what Bono wants. Bono wants to use the Roid Mutes to take over the world, but he still wants to be fucking king. So it makes it even more interesting. Like, this whole backstory that's attached to Surprise Future that we only get glimpses of.
Well, you know, if you remember, we were told Surprise Future was going to change how the remainder of Drive was going to be.
Yeah. And
I mean, that was something they flat out said, so, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they purposely meant for the hints that Bono's the one that took over were sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah, it replace, like, Krim with Bono in those shots he showed Tamari. And, like, maybe replace Dark Drive with 004 Krim. And maybe have, like, Bono being the one give the speech. That, or have Krim be giving the speech. Just that, like, shove that knife in a little bit further to his former partner.
Or have that 004 looking like Krim giving the speech.
Yeah, because, that's what I was saying.
Well, you said it in verse.
Yeah. Not bad.
Because the only thing that I don't get, if we go that route,
right,
the replacement belt that we get at the end of the movie, the entire time it looks like the belt that he's always had.
Right.
So, to that leads me to think one of two things could potentially have happened. One, we were told the truth about the reason why Dark Drive had the belt. Like, maybe that is the complete truth. But perhaps there's more to it than just that.
Yeah.
Because if Dark Drive... Okay, then no. No. That would disprove my idea right there, too. Yeah, the only potential thing that could have happened would be if he replaced Bono with Krim.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know Dark Drive is part of 108.
Mm-hmm.
So that can't be Bono.
Yeah. And I believe 108 says he took the driver from Edgy, which means that was technically Edgy's driver to begin with.
Which more than likely was Tamari's.
Right. So technically it's the same driver no matter which way you cut it. But what this means is that, okay, I'm a little confused on like what form Edgy had in the future. Because, you know, Tamari at the end when he's doing the dual henshin with Edgy, before that he says he took back Edgy's drive. And when he henshins, we see like the beginnings of Drive going on top of Tamari, but what looks like the beginnings of Dark Drive going on Edgy.
Okay. But it's type special, isn't it?
Yes. Type special is what Tamari becomes.
I think that's actually what Edgy's form is.
That was my theory to begin with. Was that, oh yeah, special's his.
Because the reason I think that is because Dark Drive would have had to resemble Edgy's form close enough so that it looked the same.
Right.
And special would do that.
Yeah. But a part of me like wonders, what if all of 108 saying that like this is Dark Drive, like this is some evil version of Drive, isn't false? That drive is Edgy's, and it's actually a good drive.
I don't know.
That makes me wonder, is like, what if he was making that up as well? What if this Dark Drive isn't a Dark Drive? It's technically a good drive, and it was technically Edgy's to begin with, and he was the drive of the future. Because what confuses me is that Dark Drive matches up with the next Trideron, color scheme wise. And if we follow that logic, that means those two match up.
But to be fair, the colors could be changed.
Right.
That might not be the true next Trideron.
But if I'm remembering the shot right, when 108 describes how he got the belt from Edgy, in the shot we see, he's standing next to the next Trideron, over Edgy, with the belt. So that either means he had the car to begin with, which makes no sense, or that was Edgy's car. Which again suggests that, again, next Trideron was his, so why does the color scheme not match up if special's his?
Or that's also saying that 108 told the truth in terms of that part of it.
True, because I think he says that after the fact. I don't know. It's just
there's so
question.
There's so much deception with it that it's like, what can you believe 108's telling the truth, and what do you have to believe is a lie?
Yeah, because he even says it himself that like the best lies are built on truth. So it's like, what is he telling the truth of? Because he's the only one who comes back. Edgy never comes back from the future. Like, at all.
That's why I almost think, okay, ooh, what if you might be right? Perhaps both of us are right. I just thought of an idea.
What?
What if type special is technically what Tamari looks like with that form? not what Edgy looks like with that form.
Well, they are the same. They are the same shift car. I know they like explain away like the whole dual nature of the shift car by like having Doctor modify it, but that would make sense. That maybe like Special was Tamari from the future, and next was Edgy. Is that the route you're going with?
Yeah.
That would make sense. That would make sense. That would be why it's dual. That's why it has the two colors.
I was going on a different.
Edgy, one is for Tamari.
I was going on a different thought, and then it's like, wait, no, that could be. But yeah, that might be what it is.
Mm-hmm. This is what makes a good Rider movie, when you have these little things in here. Again, we are talking about a completely aborted timeline that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. The only thing that matters of it is you potentially would know who the villain is if you could put two and two together based off of the movie, which I think they did a wonderful job of making that so it wasn't easy to do. Yeah,
it's just, I love that they played into the trope of just like, oh yeah, Edgy's from the future and he's trying to prevent a bad future from happening. And like they had Tamari even doubt him so much to begin with. It's just like, what? You're insane. And he still doubts him every second of the way.
Yeah, I mean, even when he destroys Krim, it's like, he really didn't want to.
Yeah. And here's the thing, it didn't matter. 108 sealed the deal whether or not he got Tamari to believe him. When he quote unquote died in Tamari's arms, it didn't matter anymore. Whether or not he managed to deceive Tamari enough to make him believe. Because at that point, his whole thing about like being a writer and protecting people would have kicked in.
Yeah.
That was the censure. To be like, no matter what you believe, I believe in my lies, you're gonna do exactly what I want you to do now. And all I've done is just cloud your head with all of the other shit going on, and now you can't think straight. It's like, it's such a beautiful way of, like, having a villain be so deceptive and essentially have the heroes play right to his hands, and no one feels dumb for it. Like, it doesn't feel like anyone was stupid into buying into this plan. Because Tamari was kept separate from everyone, so no one really got to hear the story and be like, okay, this sounds a little bit crazy. Like, the only person Tamari has to talk to about this for almost the entirety of it is Krim, and Krim is essentially going rampant the entire time.
And thinking that 108 is right. Which, to that, I wonder if the reasons he was having the problems wasn't because of something 108 did.
No, it was Bono. That's what Bono did to him.
Are we 100% sure on that?
Well, Bono did say he left something to Krim when he got the driver for for one of the episodes before Surprise Future. And that has to be my assumption, because nothing else in Drive lines up with that. And I have to think he did that so that essentially Krim would go rampant enough and either blow himself up or someone would blow him up. And there goes his biggest obstacle. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe 108 sped up the process just a little bit when he was messing with the drive driver at one point in the movie. Maybe he sped it up a little bit. just to kind of like cinch it in.
Kind of make sure that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
What a jerk.
Yeah. That, or maybe give Tamari the way out. Like, maybe put in there, like, a little bit of, like, maybe we'll, like, ensure Tamari can actually kill the driver. Because I would not want to deal with Krim. or kill Buckle so he doesn't have to deal with him. But yeah, in the process, it's like, he essentially takes out Go for most of the movie. He doesn't take out Chase, but he takes him out anyway when he blocks a shot for Tamari and saves him. So Chase is out for the entire movie. Go only comes back long enough to get his ass handed to him by, essentially, the evolved Paradox. Because that's the thing I like, too, is that Paradox is designed to mimic, to a certain extent, the Ultimate Evolutions we got in the show, but be not quite it. And I like that. Because it also kind of plays into kind of what happened to Chase and Tamari fighting in the drive, where their final forms were silver, just compose the golden evolutions from the Root Mutes. Technically, Chase was the only one silver, but I think from Overdrive, Tamari got kind of a white-ish glow for like almost the entirety of Overdrive.
Yeah.
So that kind of counts. Granted, one can chalk that up to Medic, but that gets into a lot more of like the final episodes of Drive. But yeah, honestly, like outside of all that, I think our opinions still stand up in Surprise Future. It's a really good movie, like really good.
Yeah, but I feel like this one, its biggest downfall is you need to watch the show.
Well, here's the problem. The best solo rider film to date, I think, is still A to Z. And you really need to watch the show for A to Z. So I'm not surprised that again, one of the best solo rider films we've gotten, you really need to watch the show to really appreciate it and really get everything out of it.
I'm not saying that's a problem. Like, yeah. In all seriousness, a solo rider movie should be like that. That's just what I feel like is the biggest problem anyhow.
Yeah. I will quote Evangelist in saying, one of the best things I can show to someone to get them interested in Rider, I can't because I have to explain everything to them.
Yeah, because
that's A to Z.
Yeah. It's just... And I can understand that. It's like, how can you hop into that and understand it without watching double?
Because it's so built upon everything that's in double. And the very, like, for me, the crux of what the Neo Heisei Phase 2 crew is about is that the Kamen Rider name means something. Every rider, for the most part, has a tie to that name. Kind of. Some of them less than others. But essentially, what Double brought in is that name meant something now. We didn't just give away the Kamen Rider title to anyone and everyone. Is that when you got that title, you either were the good guy, or you were using that title because you were the bad guy and you were corrupting it, and you deserved to get your ass handed to you, which eventually happened. Also, that is the movie that has the quote that also, again, feels like is a part of the crux of what the Heisei Phase 2 is about, which is that riders help each other. And that's been a thing throughout all of the Heisei Phase 2 guys. Even Gaim, to a certain extent, still had that. Even with all its riders combating each other. You still had riders helping each other once they got past all the battle bullshit. But yeah, Surprise Feature, really good. Go watch it. Subs are out. Go watch Drive as well. It's a good show once you get past a lot of the filler stuff early on.
Go watch Drive, then watch the movie, then finish Drive.
Yes. Go watch it and get the build up, and then watch the movie, and then hell, you even get the one of the best crossover films with Rider with Full Throttle.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the best post-finale Gaim story that could have happened in a crossover film, which was essentially Coates is gone, and now it's down to the last two writers we got, because we're not calling on the Nut Trio at all this movie.
And that's something that's very impressive and surprising all at the same time. The Gaim portion barely had Gaim.
Yeah, Coates is in the first 4 minutes and then the last 3.
He is literally in the movie long enough to get knocked out and to come back and kick everyone's tail, kind of deal.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think Mai has more screen time than him.
Yeah. And I mean, we're talking about the main writer of the show that's supposed to take up a third of this movie.
Yeah. Again, I think it's a part of... I think it goes back to what I said about April O'Neil. They kind of had to put him back in the box, because it's yeah, he's essentially a god. He can do whatever the fuck we want. We have to put him back in the box, or else we got no plot.
Yeah, but okay. We already saw his demise at the beginning of it.
True.
They could have let him be a part of it, and it wouldn't have changed anything.
Right.
I mean, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Because it's whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, that Gaim portion shows one of the biggest strengths of Gaim is that all of the writers got some focus to a certain extent, and everyone got to be established. All of the writers. And we had...
Even the people that were no longer writers.
Yeah. Yeah, because... Janochi, Zach, and Pierre all got a scene in the movie, and it made sense. I mean, they didn't get to become writers, but they essentially wrote it to where, alright, we're keeping this small. We're not gonna have, a fucking mini army of writers backing up Drive, and only Drive, to be honest.
Well, Chase was there.
The only... Yeah, Chase was there on the bad guy side, because he wasn't Chase yet.
Well, on the neutral guy side. On the, we're not letting him take over the world, that's our job side.
Exactly.
Oh.
That was the thing I loved about those movies, that looking back on them, you had those little teases of the Chase team up, of Chase going good and teaming up with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even Heart and Brain on the good guy side. It's just oh, we're gonna get to later in the show, but this is the thing. And by the end of the show, you take out Brain, put in Medic, and that is the final lineup of heroes, quote unquote heroes for some of them.
Yeah. But shall we move into Ghost?
I was about to say, I'm going to mention one last thing about Drive, and that is, I've seen video of what I presume is Chase's voice actor voicing over somebody in the Chase suit doing the entirety of Mock's Henshin and phrase in character. It's hilarious. Because by the end of the video, Tamari walks up and I think is okay, that just happened, and Chase just keeps doing the salute, the 2-finger salute Mock does at him. And it's just oh my god, where is more of this? I need to see more of this. I need to see more of Chase being hilarious, trying to imitate Mock. Where is him imitating Drive now? But anyway, Ghost, episode 15 or 16?
16, ain't it? 16? I think it's the same number as what we are on for Rift Tracks this season. Because I think Rift Tracks and Ghost started the same week, surprisingly. A week different. Week different.
Yeah, we're on 16. Yeah, it's episode 16.
Okay.
Okay, so this was essentially the Necron episode debut, which I misspelled as Necron because I thought that was the name, but nope, it's Necrom. Essentially, to sum up this episode, no one wants to tell Takaru anything because everyone either doesn't want to tell him, doesn't know anything, or no, doesn't want to tell him anything because reasons, feigning ignorance, doesn't know anything anyway because of circumstances, or too busy getting his ass handed to him. Like, I have to agree with Shinta at this point. This is long since past. This is getting annoying. Like, what the fuck? This is long since past the comical point into, alright, this is outright aim. I'm getting kind of annoyed now. Because I'm with Takaru at this point. Like, when he's doing that whole thing between Makoto and Alan at the end, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's the problem between you two. Somebody tell me something, because I'm getting angry at this. Because I'm getting tired of being left out in the open. I am the main hero of this goddamn show. I would like some exposition, please. Jesus. Like, I want some exposition too. I'm just like, we're just going like, oh yeah, the Genma world. Like, oh yeah, there's something about the Genma world and Makoto being there, and we're also going to tease the fact that there's something up about Makoto's stay there because he says something about his body, like Alan took his body, and I'm like, huh? Wait, what? No! I'm getting sick of this. You get back here and explain something. Anything at this point. Anything. Jesus! Are you sick of this as I am at this point?
Yes and no. Because part of me's kind of got the vibe that they don't know what they should know. Like, I feel like they know some of what's going on, just not all. And what they do know don't make sense to even them. Kind of deal.
I feel like Sage knows a crap ton and just refuses to tell Takaru because he doesn't feel like it.
I don't. I legitimately don't think he knows what all's gonna be coming out of this. Because you look, the 99-day reset that we got completely floored him. He didn't understand how that could happen. He doesn't really seem like he 100% understands the whole uniting the souls either. It's like I'm thinking there's stuff that he does not know. And the bits that he does, but I'm thinking the bits that he does know, he doesn't know everything about those bits. And by themselves, they don't make sense.
I will take bits that don't make sense together over nothing at this point. I'll put this puzzle back together, but just give me some pieces to put this puzzle back together. Like, at this point, like, I'm like, Yurisen's feigning ignorance. He's just like, I don't know anything about the Genma world. I totally don't know anything about the Genma world. Bye. And I'm
Truthfully,
like, you deserve to get shot in the head like you did during the Houdini episode.
Truthfully, as closed mouth as Sage has been to Takaru, Yurisen might not know a lot of the stuff that needs to be answered.
Well, he needs to stop feigning ignorance. Because he sounds like he's feigning ignorance.
Oh, yeah. But I know as tight-lipped as Sage has been, he might legitimately not know.
Yeah. And then we get the Canon, who's just like, oh yeah, I know Alan. He helped us out in the Genma world. And I don't remember anything after that. And I'm like, you poor girl. You had potential, but now you're in the same position as the rest of us.
You know what it is?
What?
She knew about him. She knew he helped him. The reason that's the last thing she knew about is because from that point on, she was an icon.
Yeah.
It's like,
she's not an icon anymore. She doesn't remember anything about being an icon. Therefore, she's not helpful. And finally, we get to Makoto, probably the worst case of all this, where he's in a position to explain everything, but he's like, I gotta finish things. I got scores to settle. And I'm like, motherfucker, you get back here. You get back here, and you explain shit before you go off digging your own grave.
I think what ticked me off.
No.
I think what ticked me off with this week's episode, we were super close to figuring anything out coming out of Makoto, and then that's when everything happens. And that's like,
this is like, so it's like Alan's like, oh, I'm gonna go test drive Necrom now, and it's like, oh my god,
could you not have waited like 5 more minutes, please?
We're so close. I feel like at this point in the show, I have to, as much as I don't want to, reference Super Mega Force, where fucking Gosei has a simple explanation for why the Green Ranger became the Black Ranger in that show. Or no, the Black Ranger became the Green Ranger in that show, and nope, attack, nope, can't happen. Fuck you, Trosei. Why are you infecting Ghost? Stop it.
Because you know what it is?
What?
It's tension building. Yeah, the only tension that it's building is anger because people aren't getting answers.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is like, I am wishing at this point, I'm just like, alright, show, start explaining shit. Please, someone start explaining something.
It's like if this show don't start getting to the point where it'll explain soon, it's probably gonna get close to losing the rest of the people that it's had. Because it's like really, even with Drive, we at least understood the concept behind why the villains are doing what they're doing at this point.
Yeah.
Why don't we at least know what their goal is?
Yeah. And I also feel like, you know, a lot of problems with Takaru's indecisiveness could be helped by giving him a goal, besides trying to get back to life. Because, you know, that whole thing of getting back to life really didn't have to include the Genma until now.
Yeah.
It really didn't. But now that Alan has 2 of them, now he has to come into conflict with Alan. Now he has someone to go up against. And you know what could have helped everything before then? Telling him what the fuck was going on! He had no idea who the fuck the Genma were, what they were doing, how they operated. He was just like, I'm just gonna go with this because I don't know what's going on. And I'm literally just piecing this together as I go. Which is how I felt the entire time. Which is why I can't hate Takaru, because I'm like, dude, I'm in the same position as you. I'm just like, I'm winging it too, because I don't know what the fuck's going on either. So yeah, before we get to Necrom, there's a certain thing that I don't know if many people have noticed, but I caught. There was a certain person with Alan's brother that was wearing a parka Ghost. Or wearing a parka, at least.
Really?
Uh-huh. He was. I checked. He's wearing a parka. I don't know which one, but he's wearing one.
Huh.
It's exactly designed as all of the other parkas in the show. Well, I mean, it has the same design aesthetic. Well, it has the same design aesthetics as the rest of parkas, but like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't think we're getting... But... This is interesting. I wonder where this is going to go. Also considering, like, who the fuck is this person? Because he seems important, but he doesn't have a name to him. And we know it's not the king. But yeah, I'm surprised not many people caught that on. Granted, it was kind of like a blink and you'll miss it kind of deal. Because it was only in like 5 seconds of the show, but like when I first watched the show, or first watched the episode fully, I was like, wait a minute. And then looked back, rewatched it, and like paused. Yeah, that's Parka. That means he's either using an icon, an icon that will give a form, or he's designed like them. Which brings up many questions. Many more questions on top of the already dozens of questions we have with the show. Do you have any thoughts?
Not really.
You're gonna have to go and rewatch it now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, Necrom. OP as fuck.
Stands to reason. New rider.
Yep. Well, he's all water-based, so it's like, I can't be hit by attacks because I can just dissolve myself. Oh, I can just, like, merge myself with a random goon icon and essentially save myself from a major attack. So yeah, try hitting me again. I think the only thing that's going to be saving them is, like, the ambiguous time limit on the suit.
Yeah, I foresee that being randomized too.
Uh-huh.
But, while I feel like the time limit could be randomized, I feel like they could go a step further and treat it as it's power-based. And depending on how much he uses, that's how quick it runs out.
Yeah.
Because really, he was not fighting, he was more defending and smacking at optimal times. So that could explain why it lasted as long as it did this time. It's one of those, I feel like there's room for that to work if they do it right.
But yeah, it's good. I liked it. I like the idea that it is fueled by Genma. And it's like, ooh. So this is how you treat your goons. Well, the goons gotta get used somehow, besides being cannon fodder. But yeah, there's a trailer out for the Alan miniseries we're getting from the Blu-rays. I have no idea how to feel about this trailer. I'm just gonna kind of wait for the first episode just to be like, what the fuck's going on and all this nonsense. Because I'm not gonna take anything in there for granted. Or at face value, because here's the thing, Psyonergy's in there as well. He's dead! Like, he kinda super dead. And Javille's there, even though he's one giant punching bag of the show. And as far as I know, no one should recognize Alan. And they seem to be super friendly around him for no reason. And no one has recognized Alan to this point facially from a flashback. Meaning this could also all be some alternate world bullshit. That, or it's not quite what we see it to be. Yeah. Oh, also next week we're gonna lose our one opportunity at some backstory because Makoto's gonna get taken over by Necrom. Yeah, you know how Makoto's getting the Necrom icon? Well, it's actually being used as a mind control device. So yeah, when essentially Alan's going to forcibly make Makoto use the Necrom icon, and that essentially turns him into a nice big old drone that he can use against Takaru. Yeah. There goes our one shot at backstory. Mind controlled and off the table. So yeah. So are we now ready for Ghost now that we've been recording for God knows how long?
Over an hour.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yep. No response from clock.
Think you got bored of our conversation?
Possibly. You do realize he may or may not see that, right?
I thought I'd try.
If he don't have it up, he won't see it.
Well, hell.
Well, yeah. You taking care of it?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Then I can.
Yeah. I was gonna check Best Buy again to be like, yo, where's my XCOM 2 download code? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You son of a...
Herdimer.
These are the noises I make when I'm like, I'm excited for something, but there's complications.
I think you fell asleep.
Because
Because I Pokemon Chatango and nothing. Just nothing.
Oh, do you have his number?
Probably, but I don't think I updated it properly, so...
Oh, well, I have it.
There you go. We know he found his phone, so... First episode back, and he goes AFK.
Bored to
on
death
us.
by our conversation about Ghost and Drive.
Well, to be fair, we went for over an hour on him.
Yeah.
Well, not
I'm here.
exclusively on him. There he is. Yay. Took you long enough.
Did you fall asleep on us?
No, well, yeah.
Told you. Alright. You ready
I
for
only
Go
fell
Busters now?
asleep. I only fell asleep for a minute or 10.
Or 20.
Or the entire time we've been talking.
Shut up!
Alright. Are you ready for Go Busters now?
Yup, video's up.
Alright, episodes 27 and 28. An out-of-control combo, an out-of-control combo to escape the labyrinth, and beware of chickens.
What? Again?
Yep. That's still a thing, by the way. That's always going to be a thing, by the way.
Why?
Because it's...
reasons.
It makes Red Buster look... human?
No, it doesn't. It can look freaking weird.
Well, to be fair, it's only slightly... Actually, no, it's worse than Yellow Buster's weakness.
Yeah.
At least Blue Buster's weakness comes with the nice benefit of, hey, we get a Berserk Mode character! I'd like to get enough of those in Arc 5.
Wait, what?
Anyway. You know that thing Yuya did during, what was it, the Kachidoki duel?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's been dubbed Berserk Mode. That shows up a lot these days.
Okay.
God, people love it when you go into berserk mode. I personally go, oh god, oh no, this is bad. Granted, I'm also of the mindset that if all four of the U's fuse together, things are going to be terrible. And guess what? Next week's episode probably proves that. It's for all those people who are like, oh yeah, all the U's should get fused together. You should rethink that opinion.
But then we'll get the first Fusion Synchro Exceed Pendulum card.
As much as I want that to be a thing, no.
How would you even summon that?
I can see banishing all 4 Dimension Dragons.
You realize I'm right on that, right?
I know. Anyway, shall we get started on the episode? Let's have a cold opening to go through.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Alright, kicking off the episode 27 here in 3, 2, 1, go. I derped on that number.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Super Sentai series.
Yeah, it's the 4th anniversary this year with Jojo and...
Am I the only one that he went robotic for a second there?
Probably, yeah.
Pause.
Okay.
Donnie,
You didn't go with the lower quality, did you?
I did lower it to the lower quality. Did put it to the lower quality. You know what that thing that happened last week?
Which thing?
The one where the video restarted on me out of nowhere?
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
So what time?
Let's pick up at the top.
Take it from the top. Take it from the top since we didn't get that far.
Okay.
I don't know why the video just reset on me, but it did. Alright. Try it again in 3, 2, 1, go.
Crap, I might be a second behind y'all.
It ain't gonna hurt, Punt. So, don't you
Okay.
do that to me. That can go off right now.
But yeah, Glock, the reason these hour-long conversations we have about Toku are the reason that something will be changing for essentially the 10th anniversary of TGSR.
10th season.
Okay.
You say 10th anniversary, that sounds like we're going to do this for another 5 years and then change it.
Oh, no, the 10th season.
Which, I want us to do something special for the 5-year of the 5th year anniversary of Rift Tracks, but I don't know what yet.
That's the problem with all of our anniversaries. It's like, oh yeah, we got an anniversary. Fuck do we do?
Well, I mean, a 5 anniversary is kind of something.
Yeah. By the way, this is more hinting of Power Custom. Also, I believe that's the exact same stuff they used for the Power Custom. Or not the Power Custom, the prototype Power Custom from like earlier. Plants don't work that way, I think. I never get to properly do that joke because I'm never quite that sure. By the way, Glock, we're really close to the opening changeover.
The what?
The opening changeover. We're at like the first finale of Go Busters in like a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's what, next week?
Yeah, I believe so. So yeah, say bye-bye to this opening in like a couple episodes.
Aww.
It will essentially be used as the big like hero moment intro music.
Oh,
and then that's it. That's the only time they'll ever use the music ever again once they get the new opening.
By the way,
also
at the end of the intro, let's pause it. I've got a loading symbol in the middle of my video that will not go away.
Okay.
Welp.
The video is not affected by it. It's still playing perfectly fine. It's just got that loading symbol there, and it's kind of annoying. So I will need time to
damn it. Alright, stop it.
I'm at exactly 4 minutes.
Oh, I was about to say, get past the sponsor buffer as well.
Oh, okay.
$4.13.
Okay.
So we might as well skip to the, hey, this is sponsored by Bandai and these other people, including McDonald's.
Yeah.
13, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
And apparently Mac is a big sponsor of Kamen Rider.
Huh.
Yeah, that's why Ryuki is filled with fucking Mac computers. I know, it's kind of irritating as well.
Well then.
Because I'm sorry, like, I mean, I have that much experience with Mac computers, but the fact that they're probably not that good, or the one thing I've heard about them probably isn't even that good. Yeah. Well. Anyway, we ready?
Yep.
Starting from the 413 marker in 3, 2, 1, go.
Maybe we won't have to redo this again.
Really? Oh my god. Jin being his normal self.
Now he could tell by the way that he squeezed his hand until it almost broke.
That too. Wow, they even noticed the cracked photo. I didn't notice that offhand.
I didn't
I
either.
heard they just replaced the frame. Okay. Well, this should be fun. That's not good.
No, not at all.
Just love the random times we get. Okay, is it just me or is Zero holding that sword very awkwardly?
He was holding it awkwardly.
Speaking of the thing he started.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've really gotten a more fight sequence. Kind of.
And the growth.
Yeah.
Oh god, they did not cut that one as good.
Yeah. Also, I love seeing how awkward Jay's helm or Jay's head looks on the Stagbuster costume. It looks so weird. Laying down on the job, I see.
God, he's like an annoying child.
Well, he is an insect trap, so.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's kind of cheating.
Oh, hiding behind the hologram wall?
Yeah.
Oh god, the worst thing for you to run into.
Took you that long?
Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, that translation.
Oh.
That's perfect. I don't care if it's wrong. It's perfect. You could be a little less creepy about it. She's so trusting.
I'm just finding it funny that this has to be annoying him.
Yep. Oh, they got me. They got me real bad. Looks like you're lost. I know my way around here. Again, that is why Go Busters is great. Is because of Jen and Jay.
And now's when they're going to figure it out, aren't they?
I was about to say, Hero, why are you asking for directions from Nick? Well, let's hope you don't run out.
Did she just say that was epic?
Yes.
Yep. And now they're piecing it together.
They're all figuring it out.
Yeah. Stupid security cameras.
Wouldn't the robot be able to notice that?
You would think.
Yes, but he's probably not paying attention. A little late for that. That's nice that there was a convenient pile of blocks right there.
Yeah.
Boxes. A little close right there. Well, there went whatever that was. Well, that was a very pathetic. Well,
just whip it.
This guy. Yeah.
Whip it real good.
Probably so. I was about to say, can I spot the camera crew this week? No. Darn it.
I swear that's just the thing you try to do.
It's been a while since we've seen the big old clusterfuck.
Well, the first one, anyhow.
Yeah. Oh, God, all the stock footage you used right there.
Yeah.
That's not good for the big ass robot. Damn it, Jin! Clark, have you gotten Secret Go Buster O yet? But I mean, besides right now.
Why what?
Have you gotten to see Great Go Buster O yet? Besides, right now? I don't think you have.
No, I haven't.
What do you think of it?
It looks very mashed together.
To be fair, a lot of the higher up Megazords look clusterfucky.
Yeah.
Is Jay getting drunk? Jay, what are you? Jay, what are you doing?
My
Jay,
focus
for
was
background.
more on Jay than on what was going on in the front.
What the fuck was he doing? By the way, these are clips from the Go Busters movie. Also, we get a remix of the ending for this for some reason. So, one episode in for the week. How are we feeling?
I'm just glad to be back in the saddle.
Okay.
I feel like this has accelerated a lot of the plot now.
Yay! Well, we've got fucking a week till the first finale, so.
Yeah. Like before it was a threat, but now it feels like it's gotten really sped up.
Mm-hmm. Wait. I might be wrong. We might be getting the opening right now. Welp.
Well then.
Okay.
So we got the next episode all queued up.
Yep.
After I transition over to the correct quality.
TV Nihon.
Nihon. Alright, we set.
Yep.
Alright, taking a look at the next episode of Go Busters here in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is when Wizard first debuted. It's an odd little lineup.
Roar.
I was about to say ooga booga 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 booga. Well, that's not good.
Who are the creators?
I don't know.
I'm assuming he figures it's because of this.
Well, that's super not good. Oh yeah, his sister, who's not been a part of the show since. Nope. Walk it off, Hiro. Walk it off.
Well, that's good to know that hearing the word doesn't completely lock him up.
Yeah. He's getting tolerant. But yeah, this is the new opening, by the way. Lots of use of GoPro cameras.
And I like that it's some new footage mixed in with the old footage.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of like it.
I honestly prefer the original opening.
I prefer it, but it's not a bad one to transition to, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we also get a new ending.
I'm gonna miss the Go Bustas at the end.
What? They've been censored into the subs. What the fuck? No, you could wear earplugs. That would help. By the way, Glock, this is Escape.
This is a what?
This is Escape.
Escape?
Yes.
What do you mean escape?
That's her name.
Oh, escape.
Yeah. No, do you get the pun? Enter, escape, enter.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
They're the exact opposites of each other.
Yep.
And by the way, chicken.
What the fuck, Nick? Yes, just keep them distracted. That's all we need this week. And that was a quick costume change for Hero.
Oh.
To be fair, I think his Enters figured out almost all of their weaknesses, except Hiramu. Because he knows blue, and I think he probably knows yellow. Gotta love that split screen effect they've mastered.
Still think it would have been funnier if they let him transform.
He can't.
Oh, but he was going through the motions even though.
Maybe another time. Besides, I'm still upset we never got a body swap episode in Drive. Even though they perfectly set up the opportunity for it.
Aren't they still suited up?
Yes?
Underneath the spray paint?
Yes? I'm just gonna assume so. Otherwise, I don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is just awkward. I always love episodes like this because you really get to see the chops of the actors as they try to imitate the other actors. I love it. She's just like, I don't understand any of this. Oh my god.
Oh god, this is gonna end badly.
Just hit everything! I doubt he had that actually planned. Wouldn't it be better if Blue did it?
Possibly.
Because you're holding two of them. Oh my god, I can't believe he's just throwing out guesses. Also, bravo, Nick. Think you can do a little less jabbing there, son. Use the fact that you look like hero mode to your advantage. Oh my god, they're gonna use the fact that this sounds so stupid it can't be true. She's just around the corner.
Oh, Lord.
Well, this should be fun. Probably should start explaining it to her. What the fuck? Oh my god, this just keeps getting dumber and dumber. Oh my god. Welp.
This ain't gonna end badly.
Yep. It's disguised as one of the buildings. There's a pair of glasses. We haven't had one of those in a while.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened there.
What happened?
He got the AFK because he wasn't saying anything.
Welp.
I got it. Oh,
What?
I get why he didn't get messed up.
Why?
He had his eyes closed.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That or just trace where the bullets are coming from? That. Faked you out.
Way.
Remember I told you there'd be plot points, but it's not quite the plot point you're thinking of? This is one of them. Just like everything Jin has said, there's more to the subdimension than he's letting on. And there's more to this little revelation than there is. Welp.
Yes, it's about time that we actually start getting somewhere.
Yeah, but you're gonna get that next week.
Yeah, figured.
That's really not good. Oh wait, no, we don't get a new ending. We just get a reshot ending that has Jin and Jay in there.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought we got a new ending. No, we didn't.
We technically did.
But we do get more of the dance. So we're literally next week we're taking care of the first finale. How we feeling going into it?
I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
Torn how?
Okay, first finale, so that means the writing crew is changing from this point, correct?
Let me double check that. No, same writing crew.
Oh, okay. So that didn't happen yet?
No, actually, there's no difference in writing crew.
Oh, it's not the writing crew?
No, it's more of a direction of the show. Let's just say there's going to be a very stark difference between Go Busters now and Go Busters going forward after this finale. You know, kind of like how we randomly got the icons talking to each other, talking to Takaru?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know. Kind of at that, I don't know how to feel going into this. Because on one hand, I'm like, I don't think we know enough about the back end of what all is going on, but at the same time, I feel like maybe that's part of the reason. So I don't know. I really don't. Like, I have no doubts it's gonna be good, but it's just one of those, it's like, I don't know coming out of it how I'm gonna kind of feel.
Wow.
I think Clock's in Z-Land.
Well,
I seriously do.
Well. But yeah, we're coming up on the first finale. I'll be honest, like, the first finale is really good. And it's gonna kind of feel like we end off the show there, but we're not. No, we're not even close to ending the show. So yeah, I guess to end the very, very long TGSR off at this point, because we probably are.
Not very long. Last week was longer.
Okay.
Not by much, but
anyway,
last week was longer.
Yeah. But anyway, next week, it is the first finale of Go Busters, as they're going to be taking on Messiah himself. But until then, that'll do it for
Ramp it up, Saloon.
I currently sleep Tom again 2442, and me, Peaceburger 20448, and we'll see you on the next round of Gaming Sim Drift Tracks. Peace out.
Don't forget to check out the links in the top and the bottom and the other shows in the annotations. Also, for those on the mobile, all the links will be in the description below. Till next time.